Awesome, we are live. Cool. So this is the final webinar for tonight. I have had a very busy night. So yes, this is my final one, then I can relax. So happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. It is almost the weekend. We can party at home in quarantine. But stay positive, stay happy. It's very, very important. I am very excited for the weekend because I can relax all weekend. I have a very busy week working from home, so I'm very excited to relax on Saturday and Sunday. But first, guys, I will write in the chat. Please say hi over here in the chat, down here, or maybe it's below, depending on your device. Please say hi in the chat, and tell us where you are from. So if you're watching, please say hi in the chat. Tell us where you are from. It is always interesting to know who is watching, where you are from. Tell us about you. And get involved, make this interactive. If you chat, you use English. I correct some English that you need, and it's much more effective for you. But perfect. First, I must introduce myself. So my name is David. As you can see down here in this corner. My name is David. I am 27 years old. And I am from London. I'm from London, south of London in the UK, a small town called Kingston. I was talking about my town on a previous webinar. And so, yeah, very small, quite a big town actually, in London, in the south part of London. So David from London, 27 years old. I have lived in Milan for almost 2 years, and I love it. I love Milan. I live and work in Porto Romana. I work for My English School in Viara Montenero. Very good school, very good fun. I really like the students. I really like my colleagues, the teachers, consultants. It's a very nice environment. Perfect. We have one person already writing in the chat. Hi, David. I'm Ludovico from Modena. Modena. I know many people many students from Modena because I believe it is near Milan. Am I correct? Let me know. Anyone else watching, please, in the chat, say hi, or if it's below, or if it's on this side, I don't know. Say hi, let me know. Let me know where you're from, let me know what you're doing. Let me know if you have plans for the weekend. But perfect. Today is Thursday, almost the weekend, as I said, and the weather was very nice today. It was very warm, it was very sunny in Milan, a little bit cloudy in the evening, but afterwards, very, 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 very sunny, which is nice. And so, because it was sunny, I went outside. I went to the pharmacy and I went to the supermarket just to buy some snacks and to get a spray for my nose, like a spray for my nose from the pharmacy, because I get very bad allergies at this time of year. Very bad allergies. I get allergies to the plants. And in the UK, we use the word hay fever. Hay fever. And this means allergies to plants. Yeah. So if you sneeze, If you have a runny nose and you must sniff often, we call that hay fever. I get it very, very badly. So I have medicine and I have a spray for my nose. So now I'm happy. I can breathe perfectly. But tonight we do have a focus. It's not just a conversation. Ah, Ludovico, you get the allergies as well. Perfect. So very good language for you. If you visit London in the spring and you have hay fever, you can go to the pharmacist and say, I have hay fever. And immediately the pharmacy can say, here is the medicine. I hope. Perfect. Patricio from Fano in Marche. Perfect. Good to see you again. I saw you yesterday as well. So nice to see you again. Welcome to our webinar. And tonight, as you can see by the title, tonight our focus is pack your bags. Pack your bags. So pack is the verb we use when we put all of our clothes into the suitcase. When we make our luggage, we don't say make, we say pack. So pack your bags, pack your suitcase, pack your luggage. We use the verb pack for our suitcase. Perfect. So let's look at what today is about. So today, in this focus activity, quantifiers, vocabulary, and phrases about traveling. So the reason I chose this focus is because it's April, it's spring. Soon, hopefully, we will go on holiday. Hopefully. And I have a plan to go to New York in the summer, in September. So actually just after the summer, in September for 2 weeks, fingers crossed. So I thought this is a very good opportunity for you guys to learn or to practice the vocabulary for traveling. And it's always good to practice quantifiers because they are not easy. Understanding if something is countable or uncountable, it's not always easy. And then phrases for traveling, it's always good to learn some fixed phrases. Oh, perfect. So let's go. We've got Ludovico, we've got Patricio, but we've got other people watching as well. So guys, remember, write in the chat on this side. Just say, hey, your name, where you're from. It's good to know who's watching and to get this interactive so you can use the language as much as possible. So let's get started. Here, do you, oh, I'll make it bigger so you can see. Do you prefer to travel light? Do you check the weather before you pack or before packing? Igor, I write, but you don't see. Oh, why did I not see what you wrote, Igor? That's unfortunate. But I saw this message, so maybe continue writing. I can see some more. So our questions are, do you prefer to travel light? Do you check the weather before packing? Do you always unpack your luggage, or do you leave your clothes in your suitcase when you go on holiday? So, do you prefer to travel light? What does that mean? To travel light. I'll give you guys some time to write in the chat on this side. Ah, Michaela, cool, welcome. Michaela from Bologna. Nice. I like Bologna. The food in Bologna is amazing. Food is usually my primary reason to travel. So if you could tell me anything about Bologna, please do. Please do. But perfect. We've got 4 people watching. We've got Ludovico, Patrizio, Igor, and Michaela. Perfect. So just answering these questions. What does travel light mean? What does travel light mean? In question 1, it says, do you prefer to travel light? What does it mean? Michaela, you've asked, what food do you prefer in Bologna? I'm not sure. I only visited Bologna once, and the food I had was a prosciutto cotto, I believe, with a cheese inside of bread. I'm not sure. My knowledge is very bad of the food from Bologna. Apart from ragu alla bolognese, that is beautiful. Bolognese is beautiful. Igor, hi, I'm Igor from Pietrasanta. Cool, I don't know that place. I needed some time to read that. Pietrasanta. Cool, very cool. But welcome, everyone, welcome. But I've got a question here. What does it mean? Travel light. What does travel light mean? I can wait a couple of seconds for you guys to fill the gap on that one. Okay, so maybe it is taking some time for your messages to come through. Hi, Nanchi. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Nanchi, you travel with small baggage, small luggage. Perfect. Oh, perfect. So we've had a translation from Michaela, which is perfectly exact. Viaggiare leggeri. Perfect. Without any packing. So packing only a little. Like this person here, he only has a rucksack. He only has a rucksack. So he is definitely traveling light. Perfect. Traveling light. So in only a few kilograms. So do you prefer to travel light? Nanchi, you've told us you travel with small luggage. So yes, you travel light. Michaela, Igor, Ludovico, Patrizio, tell us, do you travel light? I travel light all the time. I went to, one time, I traveled around Europe for 1 month and I only had one bag and it was a rucksack and it was smaller than this rucksack. For 1 month, I traveled to, I think, 13 countries in Europe, and I used only one small bag. So yes, I travel very light. Also, I went to Australia when I was younger, when I was 18. I went to Australia for 1 year, and I only took a very, very, very small suitcase, maybe this big, travel, what do you call it? Hand luggage, that's the name. Hand luggage for the aeroplane. So no big suitcase for me. I always travel light. Tell me about you guys. Question number 2, do you check the weather before packing? Now, this sounds like a very good idea to check the weather before packing, because then you have an idea of what do I take on holiday? What do I take? Ludovico, yes, I do. I travel with one bag. Perfect, just like me. Nanchi, no, I prefer Different clothes. I prefer to have. I prefer to have different clothes because the weather always changes. Remember, weather is third person, so the weather always changes. Okay, but you said you travel with. Oh no, you're answering my question. Okay, so you don't travel light. Perfect. And Michaela, I love traveling light, but it depends. Careful, we need the subject again after but. So I love to travel light, or I love traveling light, but it depends. Cool. And so tell me, do you check the weather before packing? Nancy, you're saying you take different clothes because the weather changes. Igor, you say I don't check the weather because I'm super, in English, superstitious. Superstitious. Superstitioso. Superstitious. Ah, so you think if you take an umbrella, it will not rain, or if you check the weather and it says it is sunny, perfect, no umbrella, then you arrive on holiday, you're superstitious, it rains. In English, we call that SODS, oh, SODS law. SODS law. If you check the weather says sunny, 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 no rain. You pack your suitcase, you put t-shirts, you put shorts, you put sunglasses. You don't check. You don't take an umbrella, no umbrella because it said sunny, sunny, sunny. You arrive on holiday, it's sunny, maybe it rains. Yeah, sod's law, you check the weather. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Patrizio, I check the weather every day, especially on holiday. On holiday, careful of your preposition there. Maybe a typo, but perfect. You check the weather every day. Wow. I personally, I do not check the weather. I do not check the weather at home. I do not check the weather before my holiday, and I do not check the weather on holiday. And it's probably not a good idea because usually on holiday, I need to maybe buy an umbrella. Maybe I need to buy a raincoat or some t-shirts. Yeah, I usually get the weather quite wrong when I go on holiday. So I should check the weather in future. Cool. Next one, do you always unpack your luggage? So the verb to unpack is the opposite of pack. So to pack your luggage is to put clothes in your suitcase. To unpack is to take clothes out of your suitcase. Do you always unpack your luggage, or do you leave your clothes in your suitcase when on holiday? Question 3, tell me guys, do you unpack or do you leave your clothes in your suitcase? For me, it depends. Usually I don't unpack. I don't unpack my clothes. I let my clothes remain in my suitcase because I then can be more organized. Cool, guys. So just waiting for you to tell me, do you pack? Do you remain packed? Or do you unpack on holiday? I do not unpack on holiday. My clothes stay in the suitcase because I feel more organized. I have two sections: new clothes, old clothes, clothes I did use, clothes I didn't use. And so I can move the clothes from A to B when I use them or when I don't use them. Nancy, perfect. I like leaving my clothes in my bag. Awesome. Awesome. Igor, my luggage explodes. Careful of your third person S there. Your luggage explodes. Wow, because you take so much? Or because your luggage isn't organized? Uh, perfect, Michaela. You too, like me, nice and organized. I like it. Patrizia, it depends. If I change town every day, I unpack my luggage. If I change town every day, I unpack. That doesn't sound right to me. Maybe if you don't change town, if you stay in the town, you can unpack. Because if you change, you're always moving and you don't want to unpack because then you keep it in. So if you change town, you don't unpack. You don't unpack. Cool. Perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Let's move on here. We've got some vocabulary. So I'll make the screen big so you can read it properly. Match the picture with the word. We have toothpaste, camera, magazines, map, sunscreen, and swimsuit. I'll read again so you can hear the pronunciation for these. Toothpaste, camera, magazines, map, sunscreen, and swimsuit. We need to match this to A, B, C, D, E, F. Igor, you said, my luggage is full and no organization. I am exactly the same. I am exactly the same. My luggage is always full, no organization. And it's a huge mess, to be honest. It's a huge mess. Nancy, perfect. You have started to answer the questions for us. Perfect. So A is camera. Camera. With my British pronunciation, this E is silent. We just say camera. Camera. Perfect. I put that so you can see me, so that you can see I'm talking. B, perfect, is map. You're all correct, is map. Perfect. C, Michaela and Nancy, you have said is magazines. Wonderful, magazines. Maybe magazines are a bit old. We don't use magazines much anymore, maybe. I remember when I was young, I always took a magazine with me on holiday. Always, always, always something to read, something to do when on the aeroplane or when traveling. But now, not so much. Now, not so much. And D, perfect, Michaela, perfect, Nancy. Sunscreen. Sunscreen. Because it blocks us, it screens us from the sun. For me, that's really, really important. I always take sunscreen with me because I burn. I usually burn very, very easily because I'm British. All of my Italians always make jokes about my very, very, very pale white skin. They say I am like a mozzarella because I'm very white. But I need sunscreen. It is a very important part of my suitcase. E, toothpaste. Perfect. Toothpaste. Toothpaste is this that we put on our toothbrush. Yeah. We use the toothbrush with our hand to clean our teeth, and the toothpaste goes on the toothbrush. Unfortunately, I think maybe 99% of the time when I travel, I forget my toothpaste. I forget my toothpaste is terrible. Really, really terrible. Unfortunately. Cool. And so F, final one, you are all correct. Perfect, Michaela. Perfect, Nancy. Thank you very much. Grazie mille. F is swimsuit. Perfect. And the swimsuit is a fundamental part of packing a suitcase because you need to swim. You need to go in the swimming pool. You need to go to the beach. If you don't, then it's not holiday. Maybe, depending on where you go on holiday. Maybe you go to the lake, you need a swimsuit. If you go to the mountains, you might swim in the river. Swimming is a very important activity on holiday. But cool. Tell me, guys, what do you take on holiday with you? Maybe you take these items. Maybe you take these items. Maybe you take something extra, something else. Tell me. Write in the chat, what is important for you to take on holiday? What do you put in your suitcase? Oh, cool. So, Michaela, you've said in my suitcase for summer holiday, it's the first. What's the first? Is it the swimsuit, the toothpaste, the sunscreen? I always pack a camera, but never pack a map. Oh, Nancy, you never take a map. Me too. I don't take a map because I have a map on my phone, and my phone comes everywhere with me. Thank you to technology. Also, the camera and the map, they are now together. They are now together. But sometimes when I am on holiday, I might ask at the hotel if they have a map of local attractions. I remember when I visited Milan for the first time, when I was traveling around Europe with my little rucksack, I asked at the reception, do you have a map? Do you have a map of Milan with the local attractions? Because I didn't know the important attractions in Milan and they needed to tell me. Patrizio, I can't forget toothpaste, 100%, I completely agree. Personally, I must be honest, I never forget toothpaste, but 100% of the time I forget my toothbrush. It's terrible. I forget my toothbrush, and at the airport, I always need to buy a new toothbrush. So in my bathroom, I have maybe 10 or 15 toothbrushes from different holidays from many years, many years. Cool, Michaela, you're saying that the swimsuit is very important for me. Perfect. I completely agree with you. But tell me something else, something different, something not on this list, because in your suitcase, you put more than just this. Patrizio laughing at me because I forget my toothpaste. I'm sorry, it happens. I'm only human. I'm only human. So here, I will give you this screen large so you can see the language. And tell me, is there anything extra you pack? Anything different that you take to the beach with your swimsuit, or that you use in the bathroom with your toothpaste, or a different activity you take, not magazines? Tell me, what do you need on holiday? Awesome. So I'll make myself bigger so you can see me here while we're having a conversation. Igor, you've said in the last holiday you forgot your charger. Oh, that is a fundamental part. And you forgot your telephone, you paid £30. That's terrible. That's terrible. That is a very important thing to remember. Personally, I never forget my electronic chargers, my laptop, my phone, my iPad. Never forget them. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that is a very important thing to remember and an expensive thing to remember. So please don't forget that again. Nancy, you've said makeup, shoes, brushes. Of course, when you go on holiday, you want to take your makeup with you because if you go partying or something, you need to make sure that you're looking good, you're looking cool. Shoes, of course. Do you need day shoes, night shoes, going out shoes, beach shoes, those kinds of things? Brushes, 100%. Makeup brushes, hair brushes, toothbrushes, everything. Also, an umbrella could be very, very important. If the weather says it's sunny, who was it said that you are very unlucky, you're superstitious? If you check the weather, it says it's very sunny, still take an umbrella because you don't know. Maybe it will rain. Who knows? But you need to be prepared for the weather. Perfect. Cool. Good work, guys. Here we have some language, some extra nouns and the same nouns. And we need to decide, are these nouns countable or uncountable? We have one column here is countable. One column here is uncountable. And we want you to tell me individually, toothpaste, magazines, camera, shampoo, map, sunscreen, travel money, and swimsuit. Are they countable or are they uncountable? So, Nancy, Igor, Michaela, Patrizia, I will give you some time and other people watching. We have other people watching. I want you guys to answer these questions and tell us, is it countable or uncountable for these products? Okay, right in the chat on this side. Yeah, perfect. Cool, guys. So just waiting for you to send through. Is it countable or uncountable? Okay, so perfect. Your messages are coming through. Igor, you said that toothpaste is uncountable. You are perfectly correct. Patrizia, you said as well, toothpaste uncountable. Good, because toothpaste is almost a liquid. And in liquids, in English, liquids are always, always, always uncountable. Magazines. This should be an easy one. Magazines, countable, perfect. Igor, you said that magazines are countable. Nancy, perfect, countable, perfect. Camera, camera. Igor, you said countable. Nancy, you said countable. Patricia, you said countable, perfect. Oh, and shampoo, again, is a liquid, so it has gone to the uncountable side. Perfect. Map, you've all said countable, wonderful. Sunscreen, again, remember, is a liquid, so it's uncountable. Travel money. Travel money. So again, this one maybe isn't so obvious. Travel money, Nancy, you've said uncountable. Perfect. It is uncountable, and our swimsuit is countable. Wonderful. So remember, the difference between uncountable and countable is it plural? Is it plural? Careful, Igor, you've just said that travel money is countable. It's not, unfortunately. It is not. It is uncountable. It is uncountable. Money as a noun is an idea. And we, in English, say that ideas and concepts are uncountable. So money is uncountable. But individual currencies are countable. So Michaela, your question, the difference between countable or uncountable, or between monies? I'm not sure. So money equals uncountable. But types of money are countable. For example, pounds, we can have a plural. Pounds, euros, dollars. Yeah, you can have $1, you can have $2, so you can count. But money is uncountable. The key difference really between countable and uncountable. Countable nouns are usually physical objects. Countable nouns are usually physical objects, yeah, such as a chair, or a burger, or some magazines. Something you can count as an individual object. One chair, two chairs. One magazine, two magazines. Okay? Uncountable nouns are usually liquids, ideas, and concepts. Liquids, ideas, and concepts. So this is something that you cannot say you have one. You cannot say you have two. You can't say that you have one wine, because wine becomes a quantity. Like, how much is one? You don't know. Love is an idea, it's a concept, it's a feeling, it's a noun, it's uncountable. You cannot have one love. No, you say, I am in love, or I love him a lot. I love her a lot. But you can't say, I have one love. Strange, I have two loves. Weird. Patrizio, perfect. Perfect. To extend that into our physical objects like liquids, a bottle of wine. We add a countable noun to the uncountable to make it countable, if that makes sense. So wine as, I'll make myself full screen. Wine here, Patrizio has said, wine is uncountable because you cannot have one wine, but you can have a bottle. A bottle. So you have a bottle of wine, a glass of wine, a liter of wine. Here we put our countable noun, our measurement, something to measure the wine, or other liquid, milk, liquid water, for example. Yeah, a bottle of wine, but on its own over here, wine is uncountable. Wonderful. I'm glad that's become very clear for you. So moving back to this here. Perfect. Here are our quantifiers. So in reading this, we need to understand the difference between countable and uncountable and the words that we use differently. So how many? I didn't pack many books to read. We don't have much travel money. I lost my suitcase. I don't have any clothes. I have some sun cream. So to start with, we have many. With uncountable nouns, we use them, many we use with countable nouns. Many is countable nouns. So I have many books. Today I went to the supermarket and I have many apples. Yeah, it's the same as a lot. You have a large number. Much is used with uncountable nouns and it's used in negatives and questions. Yeah, many in the questions, negatives and positives. I have many, I don't have many. Questions, negatives, questions, negatives. So these are exactly the same, just countable, uncountable. I have many books. I have much sun cream. I have much sun cream. I don't have many books. I don't have much sun cream. And here we're talking about quantity. I have many. I have a large number. I don't have many. I have a small number. I have much sun cream. I don't have much sun cream. Big number, small number. On the other side then, any. Any is used with countable and uncountable, and it's used in questions and negatives. So, do you have any sun cream? Do you have any books? It's the same, countable, uncountable, in a question. And we also use it in negatives. And the difference here is any means zero. For the example, I lost my suitcase. I don't have any clothes. I don't have any clothes. Okay, so I have drunk all of my wine. I don't have any wine. I have eaten all of my apples. I have 0 apples. I don't have any. Some with countable and uncountable in positive sentences. And it's only for positive sentences. I have some. It means I have a quantity. Not big, not small. It's kind of neutral. I have some. Yeah. Do you have any? Yes, I have some. Do you have many? Yes, I have many. Or no, I have some. Or no, I don't have any. Perfect. So guys, I hope you don't have any questions on this, but this is practiced quite a lot in level 4 and in level 5. So if you want to practice it before checkpoint, this is a perfect opportunity. Okay? So, oh, we skipped one there. Here, write 4 sentences using the vocabulary below and one of each quantifier. So guys, we're on a webinar and that's going to take some time, but just send me some sentences. Send me some examples right now of you using many, much, any, and some, using this vocabulary. Vocabulary is uncountable, so it's always singular. So yeah, using this language here, we need to include it in our example sentences. Please send it through. Guys, so let's go with your examples. Nanchi, perfect. Do you have many books? Yeah, that is a perfect example. Do you have many books? Wonderful. Michaela, before this lesson, I'm going to the supermarket and I buy some eggs. Perfect. Perfect. But careful there, before this lesson, I went in the past because we are now in the lesson. So before the lesson, I went to the supermarket and I bought in the past some eggs. Nanchi, I don't have much shampoo, but I have some sun cream. That is a perfect sentence. You've got a negative, you've got an uncountable, you've got a positive, you've got a countable. Wonderful. I love it. Great work. So guys, we're going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you so much for your interaction. It's now 10:02, so unfortunately we have to finish. We've got to say goodbye. So thank you so much for your interaction. Thank you so much for coming to the webinar. It's great to see you guys. It's great to work with you guys. And I hope you have a good evening. See you soon. And thank you very much. Keep an eye out for any webinars that we have in the future. Ciao for now.